All right, now that you're able to identify what the angles are, now you got to know what the relationship is. So let's just go through the relationships, then I'll tell you how to solve these problems. Starting with these guys, okay? Alternate interior angles. We know that their relationship is, that is right, they are congruent. Boom! Check that stuff out right there. So if it's alternate interior, they're congruent. For example, if I knew that this angle was 50 degrees, guess what this angle would be? 50 degrees. The next one, alternate exterior angles. Alternate exterior angles are also congruent. Boom, boom, bang. That's right. They are also congruent. So if I knew that this angle was 60 degrees, guess what? This angle over here be 60 degrees. Third one, corresponding angles. I know what you're thinking. I don't know what these are, but you know what they are? They are also congruent. Boom, boom, bang. These are also congruent. So if you have corresponding angles, then you know they are also congruent. And finally, same side interior angles. Now I know what you're thinking on this one. These are also congruent, but you're wrong. These are supplementary, okay? Same side interior angles are supplementary. And if you know what that means, they add up to 180 degrees, okay? So if you have same side, like right here, supplementary. That's the only one that's supplementary. All right, so how do we solve these problems if I want to solve for x? There's a three-step process, okay? The first one is to identify the pair, okay? So you just want to go through these and identify first. So if I know that I have these two angles right here and right here, I would look up what is the relationship between these two angles, and we call those alternate interior angles, right? Because they're on the inside and they're on different sides, okay? So these are alternate interior angles. I look up right over here, alternate interior angles are congruent. So I'm just going to put over here, they are congruent. And when two things are congruent, that means they are equal. So I just set up my equation 4x minus 10 equals 58, and I solve from there. All right, and if you're doing your math right, you should be getting x equals 17. Remember to solve. Second question. Over here, first one, we have to identify, okay? You start with identifying. All right, when you identify these, you would look, I have this angle, and these are corresponding angles, okay? These are corresponding. When I know they're corresponding, I look at the relationship. I know the relationship. We're just going to state what the relationship is. The relationship is congruent. Now that I know they're congruent, I just have to set them up equal to each other. So I could just say 115 degrees is equal to 2x minus 3. And I do some solving. I'm going to let you guys do that on your own. Make sure to finish it. All right, let's get to some challenge problems. Now, let's look at this one. I have these two angles, angle here and angle over here. Now, I'm trying to figure out the relationship, but are they alternate interior? No. Are they alternate exterior? No, because this is on the inside. Are they corresponding? One's inside, one's outside, but they're not on the same side, so they're not corresponding. So what are these? Well, the correct answer is that the relationship is none. They have no relationship, okay? I can't say anything. So once I've identified that they have none, now I have to get a little tricky on this one. Well, here's what we can do if we want to be smart about it. We can use what we know. Let's use our little toolbox. So I know that this is 8x. Now, since I know what corresponding angles are congruent, I could also say that this is 8x, right? Because corresponding angles are congruent. So based on this relationship where I have a line, okay, I have this line, and I have these two guys right here, I could conclude that these are a linear pair. So once again, this is none. And a linear pair, when they're right next to each other like that, is supplementary. Oh, you see, you get a little creative like that and get your answers. Move things around, get what they are. So if it's none, then you could go fill that in, 8x. These two are supplementary. It's a straight line. And then I just set my equation. So 8x plus 10x plus 54 is equal to 180. They add up to 180 degrees. That is a tricky one. This one, super tricky one. Well, I got to find A, B, and C. Here's the trick. To do A, I notice that this right here is a triangle, okay? So since I know that this is a triangle, to find A, I could just do 180 minus 72 minus 59, and that's going to give me what A is equal to. And I think if we do that right, that'd be 20, hold on, I'm doing it in my head, 28 plus plus 21, 20 plus 20, so 40, 49, 40, something, I don't know, just doing the calculator, you get some amount, okay? Second part, so once you found A by doing it that way, let's look at this. We have a transversal right here, okay? Here's a transversal. So if I know that this is 59, I know alternate interior angles are congruent. So this is also 59 degrees, all right? Now what I could also say is I have another transversal, all right? And if this is 72, then I could say that this is also 72 degrees, right? Because these are alternate interior angles. Now based on this, I could say that conclude that B is equal to 59 degrees. Why? Because these are these are vertical angles, right? B is vertical angles with this guy. And I could then say C is equal to 72 degrees. So this is a tricky question, but if you pay attention, you can solve this, no problems. All right, that's it for this lesson.